We're with Ambassador John Bolton. Thank you very much for joining us at ArutzSheva. So Ambassador Bolton, how's it feel to be here today?
Well, it's a great day. It's beautiful weather. It looks like there's a great turnout, and it was a wonderful parade. So it's a great event.
Okay. Were you at the parade before?
I was not, unfortunately. I was over at Fox, but I've gotten reports on it.
Okay. So could you give us a bit of your opinion, your views on how the unity pact between the PLO and Hamas has been panning out, and how do you think it will pan out, and what do you think the correct approach should be for the administration here in the U.S.?
Well, it's hard to say. This effort that Hamas and the Fatah basically have made on prior occasions has failed each time. There's every reason to think it might fail again. But fundamentally, it doesn't matter whether it succeeds or fails. It demonstrates the lack of legitimacy the Palestinian Authority, PLO, Fatah all have, that they would even consider aligning with Hamas. And I think it demonstrates why the continued pressure to try and find a two-state solution is inevitably doomed to fail as long as anybody thinks that Hamas in any way, shape, or form can participate.
And what about those who say, well, Hamas represent a particular proportion of the Palestinian people? We should include them in the discourse. What do you say to that?
I don't think we negotiate with terrorists under any circumstances. That's why I think the release of Sergeant Bergdahl in Afghanistan was a mistake. I think it's a mistake when Israel negotiates with terrorists. It's a mistake. And if it means that there's no path to negotiation for the foreseeable future, then so be it.
And so you're against the deal that seems to have been struck between the Taliban and the U.S. government?
I think it's despicable to equate an American service member trained in our doctrine to avoid harming civilians and to equate him with 5 Taliban leaders whose essential strategy is killing civilians.
Okay. And just one last question regarding, it's something that's been surfacing over and over again, the issue of Jonathan Pollard, and in terms of, he's come up specifically within that capacity, possibly, the possibility of swapping him for possibly another tranche of prisoners. How do you feel about that? The same?
No, I think the Pollard issue is an issue between the United States and Israel. It's between Pollard and the American judicial system. So I don't think it has anything to do with Taliban and Al-Qaeda, and I certainly don't think there's any swap that should involve Pollard and Taliban terrorist or Hamas terrorist or any other terrorist.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time, Ambassador.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Thank you.